What's up, guys? Welcome to Superwise. I'm John, and I just finished watching A Quiet Place Part 2. Now, before I give my review on the sequel, let me first give you some context and go over my thoughts on the first one. So, when I first saw the first Quiet Place movie, I literally knew nothing about it. I didn't see any of the trailers. I had no idea what to expect. Finished watching it, and I was blown away of how amazing that first film was. John Krasinski just proved how he was so much more than just Jim from The Office. He made a beautiful, horrifying, suspenseful, emotion-filled film. I mean, just what he was able to accomplish with that original idea is something we should celebrate. A purely original idea in Hollywood. Hollywood needs more of these movies. So naturally, when it was announced that we would be getting a sequel to A Quiet Place, I was like, yo, bring it on. I love the first one, can't wait to see the second one. Then the second one gets delayed and delayed. I'm like, wow, I want to see this so bad, but it keeps on getting delayed. Well, here it is. Finally released yesterday. Just saw it today, and keep in mind that this film was the first film I've seen in theaters since the pandemic hit. The last movie I saw was Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. Do the math. That's insane. So I was so excited to sit down, watch the previews, get hyped about this film, and I saw this film. And let me just say, I'm so happy that I saw this film. This was my first film since the pandemic. I'm proud to say that this was the first film I saw post-pandemic. A Quiet Place Part 2 is amazing. It is just as good as the first one. I personally prefer the first one over this one, but it's like neck and neck. A Quiet Place Part 2 is damn near better than the first one. And if you think this one is better than the first one, I honestly can't argue with you because they're both just freaking great. Everything that was great about the first one is just expanded upon here. John Krasinski as a director, man, he has his own style, his own vision. The way scenes are shot in this film is just beautiful and just incredibly amazing. I mean, wow. Krasinski is just talented, no doubt about it. He proved with this sequel that the first one was not a fluke. He is just talented and gifted when it comes to filmmaking and storytelling. And for the little screen time he had, John Krasinski was great. I mean, Marvel Studios needs to just frickin' pick him up and hire him for Mr. Fantastic. I mean, John Krasinski has expressed interest constantly about the role, and with the popularity of this film, Marvel Studios would be dumb not to frickin' cash in on this and just grab him. Make it happen, man. Make it happen. The score for this film by Marco Beltrami, he's one of my favorite composers. The Wolverine, Logan, I mean, the dude just crushes it here. Suspenseful music, it just fits. And the storytelling, the plot, it's just thrilling and engaging. The jump scares work. They're not cheap, they're earned. The suspense and horror just works. Krasinski knows what he's doing, man. And you know, I love the opening scene, day one. That was amazing, seeing how it all started. And minor spoilers, the bear trap scene, oh, that just crushed me. I was tearing up. I felt that pain. It was devastating. It was tragic. Noah Jupe, props to him. The dude really sold that. Wow, it hurt, man. It was painful to watch. I was on the edge of my seat for the entire movie. It's just great. The acting from everybody was great. Emily Blunt, one of my favorite actresses, killed it here. John Krasinski, of course, great. Millicent Simmons, awesome. Noah Jupe, awesome. Djimon Hounsou, for the little screen time he had, great. And then there's Cillian Murphy, who I really like as an actor. Loved him as Scarecrow in Batman Begins, and when I heard he was in this movie, I was happy because I really do like him as an actor. And here he is fantastic. I mean, he plays the role beautifully, and you understand where he's coming from, and you understand his motivations, and just the writing overall. John Krasinski, I mean, he's not only a director, but he's a writer and an actor. The dude is a jack of all trades, and he makes you care and worry for these characters. He does it successfully, and when this movie was over, I was like, wait, it's over? No, I want more. So I love this movie. I don't usually rate things, but this movie is like a 9.8 out of 10. It's damn near perfect. I personally like the first one more, maybe because of the lack of dialogue and the whole father sacrifice scene, but this sequel is damn great, and I can't wait to see more of the Quiet Place universe. Emily Blunt says there are ideas for a third film. Bring it on, and the spin-off that is happening, that should be interesting. So yeah, I love it all. So bravo to John Krasinski. He made a damn great sequel. It's hard to make sequels that are just as good as the first film. This movie is always going to have a soft spot in my heart because, you know, it was the first film I saw post-pandemic in a theater for the first time, so that was just fun. It was a great experience. What better way than to revisit the theaters than to see this movie? You know, before the movie played, John Krasinski basically told the audience that I'm so happy you could see this in a theater, and I have so much respect to him because this movie, yes, belongs in a theater. All movies made for theaters belong in theaters, including this one, so it was great. Awesome film. If you haven't seen it, this is the guy you need to support. Support John Krasinski. See this film. It's amazing. So tell me in the comments down below, what did you think of A Quiet Place Part 2? Did you like it? Did you like it more than the first film? I'm curious to hear your thoughts on it. Also, I'm planning for Superwise Live number 3 to be tomorrow at 5 p.m. EST, 4 p.m. CST. We'll see if that changes, but just wanted to let you guys know. So please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'd love to have you here if you haven't joined the Superwise family already. So subscribe. That'll be all for me. And remember my catchphrase, guys. Stay Superwise.